Kevin Jackal Johnston here, and we're going to now start the planning process of your haunted house. The tools are very simple, as you see. A little bit of Lego, nice carpet that's easy to see things on. Yeah, Lego tree, Lego TV antenna, flagpole that some of you have, trees. Here's your driveway over here. This represents the house. This is your typical house driveway yard layout where you've got a driveway that goes up one side of the house with a gate to get in, the house itself, and a walkway to get out along with your yard space. To make our haunted house, we're going to use toothpicks. A buck. A buck gets you all of this. This is the cheapest way to start laying out your haunted house design before you put any money into building it. One more time, toothpicks. Here we go. Lay your toothpicks out. Now for this particular design, we are going to go with a doom chamber that is exactly in the middle of the yard. We will go with a rectangular doom chamber. That's it. That's how simple it is. Now what you want to do is get people from here through your yard all the way around and back out the gate over here. Best way to do it, start laying everything out. Have them turning corners, remembering all of the lessons that we've taught you so far on how to get people to walk through your yard. Feel free to get the pieces that you need to start laying out where your characters are going to be. Here we go. One inside the booth, or the doom chamber. One inside the house. Another inside the doom chamber. Another floater who walks around the maze whenever he wishes. And we'll put another floater somewhere over here in the yard. These would be your spare staff. These staff here can run the outside, letting people come through into the backyard for the haunted house. We'll come back to these guys later. And so here we go. This would be a very easy maze to put together. It takes advantage of the fact that you're using singular walls to make two spaces. What do I mean by that? Somebody walks in here, you're using a Z-shaped wall to partition two full areas here. So the same backyard space is being used to force someone to walk by it. Like so. The person's walking by. As they walk through the maze, they are continually being guided by walls that are forcing them to walk through the same volume of space. And this means that your small backyard appears to be a huge haunted house. Now the placement of your characters are going to be absolutely vital in this. And communication is going to be vital in this. Some of the simpler communication methods that we've used in the past is a whistle. Whenever the next batch of people came through, a whistle would blow. That is something everybody could hear. If you want to put the money into walkie-talkies, by all means, it's your money, go right ahead. We refuse to do so because this is supposed to be an inexpensive way of providing a haunted house to the public. Hopefully, with this entire setup, you've used scrap wood and broken furniture and old shelves and old carpet and blankets and tarpaulins. You have spent next to nothing on this. Hopefully you're utilizing trees and poles around your yard to hang your props from, or to tie a rope from tree to tree and hang more props in the area, just to add a little bit more spice. At any rate, we're going to assume this house has a door here, And once again, as people are going to go through, the man behind the door can scare them here. As they come across, the guy in the doom chamber can get out and catch them here. The person goes around. Now remember foxholes from our old videos. This guy could creep underneath the tarpaulin on this wall and scare this person again. So they've now been hit 3 times in this particular layout. Here they come again. This guy gets them again. You force them around. You have a little bit of a hidden area here. This guy can sneak out, follow them around, and scare them here. As they walk through, your floater is going to be crawling underneath all of your foxholes in this area. And he's going to be taking his audio cues from the doom chamber to know who's coming and where they are. So he can simply choose to stand in the corner and freak them out as they walk by. Or he can come from underneath the foxhole and get them as they go by. Or he can let them walk by and then follow them through and scare them as they're walking through the maze. Over here, he can choose to be hanging from a tree. And as the person walks through the maze, jump down and freak them out there. You're still forcing them through. He can go back to his starting place. And as the people go through, again, your foxholes at the bottom, he can freak them out here. As they come down towards the doom chamber, look who's inside, waiting for them. He can also leave the doom chamber and hide himself in a corner and get them as they go by again. Nobody's saying he has to stay in the doom chamber. As they walk around the maze, he can come out and get them again and then duck right back in. As they're coming around, our floater, our second floater, is taking his audio cues from the doom chamber guys and the people screaming. He can crawl through a foxhole and come out and just scare them here. Then he can disappear back around the maze, crawl underneath the foxhole, and get them from behind as they go through. Back through his foxhole and go hang in a tree and wait for the unsuspecting people to come through the maze. Roar, he gets them again. As they walk through, you've got 2 doom chamber guys right here in this big open space. They can both run out and freak the person out. As they come around the corner, your floater can crawl underneath the foxhole and get them again. The doom chamber guys go back in, and then people proceed to leave. An area like this has nobody in it. It's a good place to store things like your power cords, your speakers, your stereos, your lighting effects, anything at all that needs power needs to be hidden somewhere. So we always build a small area that nobody has access to except for the actors within the park or the yard. The person leaves and the next party comes through. The best part about having foxholes all over the place is that it's never the same scare twice. If your haunted house is a good one, you're going to get a lot of people walking through it over and over again. And that's a good thing. Each and every time you see the same person coming through, which on Halloween night will be easy to tell with their costumes, change the scares up a little bit. Instead of getting them here at the door, lie down on the ground here in the corner. And as they come by, flip them out here. And as they go through, crawl underneath your foxhole and get them with a double scare. So long as you build your area with a lot of places for you to crawl through, nobody's going to see you going through curtains, which is tacky. You want the illusion that you're crawling, that you're always able to get away quickly. And that's going to really magnify the scare for everybody who goes through. Also, if you utilize foxholes, which would be holes that you crawl through the wall on the ground, you are going to eliminate the chance that somebody accidentally walks into your doom chamber. Whereas if you've got curtains and big openings that you can walk through, people will walk through those openings. Trust me, we've had this happen. We hope this layout helps. This particular layout is for a backyard that has a central doom chamber. We're going to cover doom chambers that ride the side of the fence next. Thanks for watching. Visit jackalhalloween.com today.